Music MANIC.
3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Joe Rogan of the Joe Rogan Experience, and I'm just joking. Hello, my name is Ethan Ahern. You probably already know me at this rate, and welcome to episode 3 of Music MANIC, the show where we spin a wheel and we talk about albums that we like. I feel like you already know from this point. Basement Dweller, I should say, sadly not with us. The car accident kind of messed things up a bit, but she'll be back soon.
That tends
Don't
to
worry.
happen to people.
But I did end up kidnapping someone for my special guest. You know him, you love him. There's a door opening.
I didn't get in a car accident. What are you doing, bro? Don't say that.
Joking.
Bro
I'm
says,
in the
quote,
audience,
I did not get in a
guys."
car accident, if you cannot hear.
I was just joking. They're a part of the audience. Don't worry. They'll be back soon.
Our live studio audience.
Yeah. Anyway, my special guest, professional best friend. Who are you?
Yippee! I'm Sam. I was the one that said that Ethan was Joe Rogan in the last episode.
You were, and that made me cause a
Yes.
mental breakdown.
I'm said producer, apparently. Although I'm not really producing today, so I guess I don't get that title
Yeah.
anymore.
What do you do for a living?
Cry.
Perfect.
Yes.
Anyway, so you already know how the format of the show is. Obviously, I don't need to repeat myself for the 5th time. I hope so. What did you bring onto the show today?
Today I brought a little album by Panic at the Disco. And if you're sitting there thinking, oh yay, I love Panic at the Disco, that's a great band. Wrong. We're doing Death of a Bachelor.
Aw, man.
No Pretty Odd, no Fever You Can't Sweat Out, no, not even Vices and Virtues. Nope. This is the album when the band died.
Get out.
Oh, okay, bye.
No. I'm joking.
That'd be crazy if I just left and you were like,
All right. So, Panic at the Disco. You know them. You probably listened to them and when you were a little boy or girl.
Yes.
You probably went on Tumblr at that age as well.
Yes.
Just
emo,
saying.
Emo middle school.
Emo
ages.
middle school. They were once a band in the mid to late 2000s, but for this record's case, everybody left except for the
Yay.
lead vocalist. What is his name?
Brendan Urie.
Brandon Urie.
Or as my father calls him, Brendan Urine.
Urine.
Yes.
Brandon Piss.
Brandon Piss. Yes.
Yeah. This is the first album where Panic at the Disco is a solo project led by Mr. Brandon Urie.
You'll be hearing that fact a lot.
Yeah. Technically, it's his first solo project. There is one remaining band member in this album, though it's only for a few songs. So do you really want to count
Yeah,
it?
he was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. My peak days are over. I'm gonna go vanish.
Literally.
Yeah. So, Miss Sam, what is your history with Panic at the Disco? Why did you choose such peak art for the 3rd episode of this Joe Rogan Experience type podcast?
Well, peak is incorrect. I mean, it's not that bad of an album. But, yeah, as little old middle school me, Panic was kind of my first introduction into, like, it was my first rebellion, I'll call it, through, like, my music. Because, you know, I was a pretty sheltered Christian child, you know.
Who
and
wasn't?
so, like, so real. And so, like, listening to this album was kind of like the, whoa, sex, drugs, partying, whoa.
Wow.
I know.
That's honestly my kind of lifestyle when I become a depressed 30-year-old,
Absolutely.
or as I
yeah.
like to call him, Mr. Brandon Urie.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. I did my homework with this. I have not listened to a Panic at the Disco record before you brought this onto the show. So, I did some research. I listened to their debut album. I forgot the name.
A Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
Yeah, that. I listened to it just so I can
With their
familiarize.
Essay-long song titles,
Yeah,
as they were
just
known
so-
for.
Just so I can familiarize myself with the sound of Mr. Brandon Urie and his gang at the time. That
I like how you keep calling him
sadly-
Brandon.
because why not? So I listened to it, and honestly, I see the fun in it. If I were to grow up with like these guys, I would be singing a different tune. But as is, I thought their debut album was okay.
You get two different perspectives today.
Yeah,
Ain't
I
that
thought
interesting?
I won't go on to this for long, considering this is not what we're talking about. But I thought the debut was very fun. It had some pretty good songs. I like the one where he talks about closing a goddamn door.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of?
Exactly. I thought he was annoying though.
Yeah,
but
no, you're correct.
it's I understand the appeal. I know it's a very popular album for like the I guess emo
Yeah.
scene of the mid to late 2000s.
Well, it's just really funny because like I can't remember if they were getting a different singer or like they didn't have a singer, and then they were like, "Hey, Brendan, step up to the mic," and then he like started singing. And they were like, "Man, this guy's pretty good."
I'm not
So-
sure, but it became popular. People love it. All the girls and boys of the 2000s
Yes.
loved it. I'm
Haha,
pointing
that's
at
like
you.
one of the songs.
Exactly.
I'm not funny.
Yeah, no, don't say that. I think you're funny, best friend.
Just the bestest.
Yeah. So it was popular, and then they made another record, which I did not listen to, and they made another record, which I did not listen to, and then over the course of the 10 years that the debut and this record that we're talking about came
Yes.
out, one by one they were getting executed live on cartel footage.
Yes.
I'm joking, obviously. They just left because of
JFK
creative.
band over here.
Yeah, I'm kidding. They left mainly because of creative differences. So for this album,
as does happen.
yeah. So for this album, we're technically doing a solo gig, I
Yeah.
guess.
Basically, I think all that was left was the drummer and Brendan, and then like midway through the album, the drummer was like, "See ya, son."
See ya,
And
yeah.
So it was just Brendan,
You're stupid.
which you will be reminded of this fact like 3 times because
Yeah.
half the album is just him like, "Oh, gee, I guess I am Panic at the Disco now."
Yeah. Which is funny because like he wasn't even like one of like the first creative like minds behind it. It was
Nah.
like 2 other people. Which
Yeah,
is
literally,
really funny.
it was like all the other guys in his band,
Uh-huh.
and then like he was just,
just
like, "Hey
joined in.
guys, what you doing over
Yeah.
here?" And then they were like, "You sing well. Get on over here." And
Mhm.
so
But finally, we're here. 2015 or 16, I forgot.
16.
16, thank you.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I was a dumb little kid at that time.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah. The record came out. Not a lot of people liked it.
Yay!
It was it had mixed reviews. And honestly, I can't really blame them. Why do I say that? Well,
even I understand
let's-
why.
let's start. I actually took good notes this time, unlike the last episode. If you know,
I
you know.
I looked over them. He did.
Yeah. So let's get started. Are you feeling victorious today?
What? I hope a car runs me over when I leave this place.
I'll do that for you.
Yay! All right.
All right, victorious. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get this out of the way. One of the first things I wrote was YouTuber ass singing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Brandon's voice is kind of irritating sometimes.
Yeah.
it's not
it's
not
it's something
necessarily
you
my
gotta
cup
get
of tea.
used to.
Yeah, I mean, I got used to it, but
It's
it's a little off for me.
It's because I think this is also the start of like, again, I'm gonna mention this multiple times, but like this was the start of like the pop transition for him,
Mm-hmm.
and so like you can tell in this album when it's like kind of that transition into him less just like actually trying to sing and him just being like, look how high my notes can go, guys, and it's like, yes, we get it, you can sing high.
Listen to my pop songs or I get
Literally. It gets worse in Pray for the Wicked, but like you can see it a little bit in this album with some of them.
Can't be as like awful as what their last record would be. I don't know. I've never listened to it, but I've heard stories.
I have not. If it tells you anything, I wouldn't say I'm a pretty big fan, but I do like a lot of his / their music.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not listened to the newest album, if that tells you anything, because I just have no interest.
Might be for the better, honestly, for all the critics out there.
I heard
don't
like
know.
maybe one song was good, and that was
Oops.
it.
All right. So, what's this song about? Apparently, technically, this is considered a concept album, though it's also not at the same time. I don't.
It like
I don't
isn't
really know.
isn't at
Yeah.
the same time.
So this song is about how Brandon is terrible at sports,
Yeah, literally, that's the entire reason.
which is
of the song.
very funny.
Yeah, he was just like, man, I suck at sports, but if I have enough passion, I'm good enough.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be victorious, like the
Yeah.
song title.
I wrote that the song had classic 2000s party song vibes.
I wrote this would bang in graduations.
Yes,
Because
literally.
this feels like something that like I would hear in 2016 when I'm like graduating high school. Like it's one of those like celebration
Yeah.
songs. And
This
it's
is
funny.
something that like I would bump if it was really late at night and it was just like me and a few friends and I was just like, yeah, we're victorious, and like we're slightly drunk or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Production wise, I don't really have much to say. I thought the bass actually was really good, though that might just be my headphones because some of the bass lines in that track were like making my headphones like rumble, and I thought that was really nice.
listening through I mean, yeah, there's like a decent bass, but like it's not like
I mean, it's not like the best thing
You might-
ever,
you might
but
have
it's
had the
noticeable.
you might have had the funny bass button turn on.
Maybe
but,
I don't
like,
know. We have the same headphones.
We do,
so
but I didn't have my bass setting on. I usually don't.
I mean, when I'm listening to new records that I haven't listened to for the first time, I usually have it off. Though I was feeling a little funny, so
Bro was feeling a little funky fresh.
yeah. Boom. Is that what bass sounds like?
Baba-booey.
Bob. Anyway, I can't speak. I did think the song was catchy.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good. I wrote that it was like a sick hype song to start the album, which kind of matches Brendan's vibe.
It gets you in the mood.
Yeah, it does. You know, I like. Yeah, it's just kind of song where it's like, yeah, we're victorious, whatever. Like, it's a song where like you don't really think about what you're saying, which is like every 2000s party song, but it's just like, yeah, let's get it. You know.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I think it's a pretty solid start to the album. I wouldn't say it's like gonna be on like a playlist or anything, but
No,
I mean,
it's not.
for what it is, I think it's a-okay.
Yeah, it's not like one of my favorite, but like that's not in a bad way. It's just like there's better songs.
Yeah, it's short, it's
There's
sweet.
better songs and there's worse songs.
Yeah, it's short, it's sweet, it's appropriate. Even though the concept of starting your album about a song that's about how terrible you are at sports is funny, at least it's not like the most terrible thing.
Well, at
out
least the
there.
song wasn't written like I won all these awards, I'm better than everyone. Like I would
Exactly.
much rather an album be written like, yeah, I'm bad at athletics, but I got passion. Like,
Yeah, I suck at sports, but I'm still gonna be happy.
yeah. I mean, I think that's a pretty banger.
Yeah,
thing for a
I'm
song.
still gonna be happy, and if you're mad, you better not threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
I got that
actually
song.
accidentally-
I got that song title wrong, but it's whatever.
Fun fact, I accidentally realized my Spotify was on shuffle, and so I listened to Golden Days next, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong.
Oh no.
And so, no, I fixed it. Don't worry.
I hope so.
We're all good, guys.
This one kind of caught me off guard when the song started because it starts with a sample from Rock Lobster.
Yes, I wrote that down. I was hoping you would notice.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
I thought that was really fun.
I know, it was really funny.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I'll give it that.
It was just so funny because he was like, yeah, that usually happens with him is that like he just like puts like placeholders and then they'll be like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. You can keep it. And he's like, oh.
I'm gonna spend more money on these samples.
Well, okay. The only time that didn't happen was in the previous album with Miss Jackson. It was originally going to be Bad Apple and it was going to use Fiona Apple's like sample, but she wouldn't let them, and
I mean,
so
it's
they
Fiona
had to change
Apple.
it.
It's Fiona
Yeah.
Apple, so what'd you expect? She makes Peak, by the way.
Yeah, you can actually hear, like, I know there's a song, not a song. There's a video out there of him doing an interview, and he like shows off what it was, and it's kind of banger. But like, yeah, she wouldn't let them use it.
Yeah. And okay, so the last track was about how bad you are at sports. Now we're talking about getting drunk.
Yes,
This is interesting.
I wrote slightly more unhinged last Friday night because that's basically what this is.
Yeah. One line in particular stood out with me. I'm not as think as you drunk. I am as corny.
Yes.
Like I thought that was corny,
It's
but
such
it
a
honestly
corny line,
kind of
but
went
it's
hard.
really funny.
It's a banger, honestly.
It is.
That line was really funny.
I like riding around in a shopping cart personally.
But yeah, I mean, I would say it was a bit better than the last track, though not by much. I thought
Yeah, I
it
think
was
it's kind
fun.
of along the same line.
I thought it was fun. I mean, like that's really all like this album is.
Yeah, it's
really
kind of
spoilers.
along-
It's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines of just like you don't really care what you're saying. You're just like, yeah, champagne, cocaine, that
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm drunk. I forgot the lyrics.
The main thing that it's a decent song. It's probably one of those where it's like it just kind of depends on my mood on whether I listen to it. But the main thing I remember about it is the music video. The music video to this is a music video of all time.
I have not listened to or watched it.
Yeah, so it's a first-person perspective, and at first it's the perspective of like this lady going to a bar and she meets Brendan, and they're dancing, having a good night, and then they hook up. But then it's revealed that it's like this monster, and it eats Brendan, but then it like takes on his skin, and it's based off of the line of "What are these footprints? They don't look very human-like." So they took that and they run with it with the music video, and it's actually like a really cool music video because it's like a first-person perspective the entire time. It's just really interesting.
That sounds very interesting. I might have to watch that when I get home. But anyway,
his music videos are actually pretty good. Although I do talk about one later where I really wonder why.
We'll get there, I guess.
We'll get to it.
But yeah, I think the reason why I think this slightly edges the last track in my opinion is because of the Rock Lobster sample. I thought that was like entertaining, but
it's really funny when you notice it. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, but I mean, as a whole, I mean, it's it's good.
Yeah, I also like I don't think it is a nod, but like the slight going back to using really aggressively long names.
Yeah.
Like going up to someone and being like, "You should listen to Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time." Like I swear I'm like listing off a whole paragraph.
Mm-hmm. Those long titles though are funny. I'll give it
really
that.
funny.
And I'm mainly talking about the debut for like those long titles because some of them are just ridiculous.
My favorite long title of all time, not from Panic, but from Fall Out Boy, our lawyers forced us to change the song's title, is one of the funniest things ever.
There's one. Okay, this is also not from Panic, but there's one long title that like I think is really funny. It's from of all things Death Grips. It's "You might think he loves you for your money, but I know what he really loves you for. It's your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat."
Yes, an all timer.
Yeah,
dude, I would hate to be a DJ and they're playing that. I'd be like, guys, please, can I just shorten it?
No. Yeah, but good song. Hallelujah. I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like this is more of like the meaning is more important than whatever it is, because this is basically a love song for his fans, because his fans are called sinners, which didn't go over very well with my mother, but we're not going to talk about it.
There was a letter he wrote to his fans where like he called them sinners.
Basically, there's also a funny Elton John reference in the song. But yeah, it's just kind of like a basic track, and like even the music video kind of isn't all that impressive. It's just, yeah, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's a bad song, it's just a basic song.
Fun fact, I actually have listened to this song before and I just didn't realize it was Panic at the Disco, so it was a pleasant surprise. But yeah, like I'm not really like
honestly,
interested.
the chorus is probably the best part, like, with like the clapping and
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, like production wise, it sounds polished, obviously. It's not like a messy song perchance, but lyrics wise, like
yeah, there's just, yeah,
as someone who's like not a Panic
if you're
at the
not
Disco
a fan, it really doesn't mean a lot to you, like an outside perspective, but like when you are a fan, you're like, oh yeah, you sinners, stand up.
One thing that did like I guess piqued my interest was the line about like how he's okay with like being caught having sex.
Yeah, that's a common theme in a lot of these.
Is it?
I am not joking. Sex is mentioned so much in these songs, and specifically like not infidelity, but just like, yeah, being caught. Like, I mean, Miss Jackson is literally about like, prostitute is the wrong word, but like, yeah, basically a girl who's just like basically there for sex and then just like, up and leaves, and like,
so a prostitute.
Girls, Boys is literally about a threesome. And I don't care if he says it's about bisexuality. I don't believe him. It was written with the intention of being a threesome.
Yeah. Another thing I want to mention is the bullets line. I forgot how it went. I didn't write down the lyric, but there was like a line about like bullets, and it was like bullets in my mouth or whatever. I actually thought that kind of hit hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of it off like immediately, but yeah.
By the way, you were wrong. It actually came out in 2015.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I looked at the Apple Music page. You're not a very Panic fan.
Losers. That's why.
Sorry, I'm not a Spotify user.
Oh.
I'm looking for the line right now. Stop thinking about the bullets from my mouth.
Yeah.
That one. I like
Stop
that.
thinking about the bullets from my mouth.
It's very dope.
Yeah, that's a very common theme for Brendan. Is like the most of the song is just like kind of and then there's like the one or two good lines where it's like, oh, that's kind of fire.
Yeah. But no, I'm not huge on it. I mean, it's not a bad song. Again, it's just lyrics wise, it's kind of like mediocre. I mean, if I
Yeah.
were to give it a rating, I'd give it like a 6 or a 5.5.
Yeah, that's basically how I feel.
Emperor's New Clothes, on the other hand,
Yes.
I like this one.
This is such a banger. This was probably one of the most popular, I would say, kind of all time regarding this era of his. It's a really, really, it's just like a really clever song, I think. It's just like such a novel idea to use the like Emperor's New Clothes thing. But then like, because I mentioned in the Genius thing, that's like, because in the original story of like, you know, the Emperor's New Clothes, you know, he's naked basically because he's like, because the people who made the clothes were like, oh, only the smartest people are able to see it. And then he didn't want to admit that he wasn't smart, so he just wore it anyway. But like in this song, he's fully aware that he's like a fool and stupid, but he just wants the glory anyway, so
Yeah.
he just doesn't care. And
Yeah.
I think that's a really good take.
There's one line in particular that I want to mention. It's the one where it's like he's taking back the crown. Like I interpret that as him like
Taking back
taking
the
the lead role.
Yeah,
of the band.
that's basically also what the song is about, is like him kind of embracing that he is now Panic at the Disco.
I'm Mr. Panic, and I'm gonna go to the disco.
I'm Mr. Panic and I'm going to the disco.
No, but yeah, I really like this one because it's clear like there's a jazz influence there, like a bit of like a Frank Sinatra vibe with it.
This album is very much inspired by Frank Sinatra.
Franken Sinatra.
Franken Sinatra. I stuttered a little.
Oops, but yeah, I really like it, and also the vocals from Brandon, Mr. Yuri.
Yes.
I like them. I think they're
he cooked
appropriate.
on this one.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I think they were very appropriate with like the tone of the song and how the production was being handled.
It kind of
liked
has
it.
that like manicness to it.
Yeah.
Which I will bring up in another song. But like Brandon's very good at just having that like unhinged singing. I feel like that's something that he's really good at, but he doesn't bring out enough. It's really like, I feel like it's kind of only seen in this album with like the craziness and stuff.
Yeah. This type of vocal delivery like hits more hard with like
Absolutely.
this kind of like songwriting compared to like anything from like any of the previous tracks or even
Definitely.
like previous albums.
Yeah, because in the emo days, they were kind of more like chill with their songs. And then it was kind of in Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, where like he kind of started to like reach out and branch out. And then it was like Death of a Bachelor, where it was like, oh yeah, this guy's getting crazy with it. And then Pray for the Wicked came out, and it was like, oh.
Well, I mean, these are the same guys that performed at a music festival sponsored by Nintendo. So there's that. Yeah. So no wonder why you say that
I
they're
will say,
chill.
if you watch just one music video from Panic at the Disco, this is the one to watch. But that's all I can describe. It's a sequel to This Is Gospel, which basically all you need to know is like, you know, man running from his issues, in coffin, breaks out, running, you know, all that stuff. And then he goes to hell, basically.
Oh,
It's
been there before.
yeah, I remember watching it like in my young impressionable age, and I was just like, what is happening?
Mommy, what's a hell?
He literally looks like, you think he's singing kind of like on the brink of insanity. He looks insane in the music video.
Already insane enough. Like how insane are we talking?
That man is going around. The people listening won't be able to see it, but like, you know, claws
'Cause he
out,
looks
just
insane in general.
wide-eyed, just like absolutely insane. Because they dress him up like a demon basically, and like he's a little freaky looking.
A little freaky looking, huh?
He's a little freaky looking.
Little freaky looking.
He's a little freaky eeky.
Freaky.
I would pull it up, but I feel
I
like
can pull up editor me in the future. Pull up a picture. That's what Sam's talking about. So, time for the title track. He's changing his ways. Huzzah!
Yippee!
That's the first thing I wrote. I liked it.
This is a very smooth song, is how I would describe it. It's very nice if you just want to chill.
Yeah. I think the writing in the track, it's not the deepest thing ever and can be pretty corny, like most of the other tracks.
Yeah.
But this gets a pass because, at least with this like stretch of songs that we've been talking about, it's very focused. Like it's not like constantly branching out and doing like a bunch of things at once. It's like clear.
It picks a topic and sticks with it.
Yeah, and I like that. I like. I mean,
Yeah.
it can be pretty basic, but I like how it's not like going all over the place.
Yeah. And I really like, motif is probably the wrong word, of like the death of a bachelor. I'm like, kind of before this album, I never really like thought about that, and even like listening to it again, I was like, that's kind of clever. Like I never really thought about doing that.
Yeah.
Cause guys talk about like, oh, the death of their bachelor days or whatever, but like they're always just like, oh, the wife's tying me down. But this is kind of like, I feel like this is done in a more like better poetic way that doesn't just put down the wife as like, oh, she's handcuffing me in the marriage now. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm getting married now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I should have mentioned like that's a theme that kind of is consistent with the record. Marriage.
His wife shows up so much in this.
Yeah. He loves his wife, and honestly, good for him. I'm happy
Does he
loves
still
his
love
wife.
his wife? I'm actually not sure.
I don't know. Well, I mean, he had a kid not too long ago.
I mean, yeah.
So, and that's the reason why Panic doesn't exist anymore. Kinda, technically.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I will totally support someone who like. No, they're still married. Okay, good.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. They had a kid.
I was listening to this, and I actually wasn't sure if they were still married, and I was like,
Well, they are. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
This song is happy.
But yeah, I will fully support any celebrity that just like kind of pushes aside what they're doing for the sake of their family. Like even like YouTubers and stuff. Like yeah, take all the time you need, dog. Like
The only difference is that this is Mr. Brandon that we're talking about, and he's quite the guy. He's crazy, though. I don't know. Maybe to him it equals genius.
Oh, that's like a sick transition.
That's like a sick transition. I'm good at these.
Yeah, when I was a young impressionable kid, when I first listened to this song, I actually didn't like it. I think I hadn't gotten to the point of liking kind of crazier music, liking the more unhinged aspect, but over time, I like listened to it again, and I was like, okay, this is all right.
Let's see here. What did I write? This is the one song where he's talking to a woman, and in the next moment, he's talking about being an arsonist. There's also a line about, do you want to say it? Do you want to talk about nuclear bombs?
Yeah, to quote what I wrote from my notes, he goes from, oh, I'm married now, talking about Death of a Bachelor, to legalize nuclear bombs.
Classic Brandon.
I also wrote that it gives, this song's entire vibe is just a little glimpse into my sick and twisted mind.
Yeah, and it's good that you say that, because like I thought the rhythm of the track was like very appropriate, and
the instrumental matches the vibe and lyrics of the song.
Yeah, it's
well.
basically a full like jazz pop symphony.
Yeah,
and I think it's very fun. Notice how I'm saying that all the time, just fun. That's basically what this is, fun.
I also love that bro is just like, I'm gonna name drop the Beach Boys, just like all of a sudden.
I mean, who wouldn't? The Beach Boys are
You're
the Beach
so
Boys.
Right.
Rest in peace.
But yeah.
Anyway, you know what I won't say rest in peace to? L.A.
Oh, yeah.
I hate L.A.
I literally wrote that. I was like, I'd have more commentary on this if I cared about LA.
Yeah, no. I wrote, LA is a shithole, but honestly, I don't blame on you for praising it.
Well, it's so funny because, this is LA Devotee, which is basically like, it's just described as like his love letter to LA because, obviously he lives there. And then literally 2 years later in Pray for the Wicked, there's a song at the end of the album because he always ends most of his albums with like kind of like a slower song, which will happen in this album. We'll get to that. But in Pray for the Wicked, he ends the song with dying in LA. And I think that's the funniest thing. Because, I mean, okay, I don't mind the duality. I actually really like both of these songs. LA Devotee is probably one of my favorite songs on this track. Because Crazy Equal Genius is like genuinely manic, but LA Devotee makes me feel manic. But I feel like that's partially in turn with the music video, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, and then because it's like this is like the best parts of LA, like, yeah, you're so materialistic, but like, oh yeah, it's kind of sick, kind of like embracing that. Meanwhile, dying in LA is like, man, why did I come over here?
Yeah, no. As someone who is not from LA, even though I'm from California, lore drop. I don't feel really much from this song, though I will say that this definitely has like the catchiest chorus of the record so far.
I love.
And
dude, you will if I'm on the highway, there's like at least a 5 out of 10 chance that I'm banging to this track.
Yeah. And like I also wrote, like, I didn't like really have much to say negatively. Like, I thought it was just a pretty good song altogether, and it honestly surprised me.
I like the use of like the zodiacs because it's Pisces and Aries, and his wife is Pisces and he's Aries.
Wow.
Funny,
Thank you,
funny
Brandon.
joke.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you,
Thank you, Brandon. But yeah, I thought I liked this one. I thought
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah,
I need to
so-
stop saying fun. Like, that's I keep saying it over
Well, I
and
mean,
over again.
that's what it is.
The song is good.
It's just, yeah, the song's really good, but what gets me about it is the music video, because the music video is basically one big cult indoctrination.
Oh.
Yeah, this was like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, the triangle with the exclamation point and then the 3 circles on each side. You probably haven't if you're not a Panic fan.
I'm not.
Okay, but that's like a big symbol for Panic at the Disco.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure it came from that music video where he got Will Byers from Stranger Things to be tied down to a chair and shown the horrific, I say in gigantic quotes. I don't think like actual like gore and stuff is in there, but like in the like sense of the story, these videos, and is like basically tortured into like being brainwashed into this cult while Brendan Urie stands there like a weirdo in a suit singing to the camera.
Yeah.
It's also one that I would recommend watching just for like the what the hell is happening factor. Like I remember watching it and being like, what? Huh?
It's funny you say this, considering the songs in question are like happy, technically.
It's
Like, this
so-
song's about praising LA, and here you are talking about
because
this.
I watched the music video before I really like understood what the song was about, and so for a while I was like, this song is insane. And then I remember like, because I took like a long break from kind of like listening to Panic at the Disco, and I remember like listening to the song again, and I'm just like, this is just about LA. What does this have to do with cult indoctrination? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Again, maybe because LA is a shithole.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like in a sense, it's like kind of an indoctrination to LA because it's like, yeah, we're materialistic, but who cares? Just enjoy it. We got palm trees. Like,
Yeah. If I'll be honest, I mean, LA had its golden days.
golden day.
Sorry.
Uh,
A lot of drunk guy talk in this
yeah,
one.
absolutely. We'll get to it, but if even if you haven't watched Panic, you probably heard of House of Memories.
I have.
That's also House of Memories on the album. Yeah, I said that this was basically a spiritual successor to that because they're kind of along the same in like the topic. It's kind of like thinking about. I wrote in my notes that this is probably the best description of this. I said it gives the vibes of living in the present, but feeling like there was something that you left behind in the past. And I just wrote that without like looking about what it was, which is basically that.
Yeah. I wrote, "You're getting older."
That's basically the
Basically,
entire.
I
yeah.
know, and I say this because they're like pop culture references to
Yeah.
like 1970 stuff. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
don't get them personally. I just looked at the lyrics.
Well,
But
the song
I mean,
is like basically just like the beginning part of like finding the old Polaroids and like the couple in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like like picking up a Polaroid and like looking at someone else's life and their happy memories and going like, man, that's crazy. Time moves.
yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
My skin is turning slightly older. It's stretching more. And also my hair is getting gray.
I'm
now,
an old man
okay.
now.
Sound wise, I have nothing to say because honestly, it kind of sounds very
Yeah.
similar to the other tracks. But I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing. Again,
Yeah, it's
it's
not,
not
a
like-
bad song by any means, but yeah, if I'm like, it's just one of the more like basic ones on the track.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yep, that's definitely from Death of a Bachelor.
like what I mentioned earlier, like it's very consistent with the other tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And but though I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Like I mean,
this one thing this album does have for it is everything is very consistent. I
Yeah.
feel like Pray for the Wicked kind of suffers from that a little bit because like literally you go from like this like like Roaring Twenties. You go from like the Roaring Twenties kind of jazz thing to like the basic pop that High Hopes is.
Yeah.
But I feel like this album, you could tell this album wasn't just trying to appeal to the radio stations. It was just like him being like, "Hey, album, yay!"
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, again, not like a playlist-worthy song, but I mean, it fits the overall tone. Then we get to the good, the bad, and the dirty. I did not like this one.
Yeah,
I thought it was
one of my
boring.
favorites.
I thought it was very boring. One thing I wrote was, Brandon will fight you.
Literally, yeah. It's basically just like commentary on like the wacky situations you get when you're a tour musician, and it's a bit more commentary on him becoming Panic at the Disco. That's basically all it's about. I also wrote up in my notes at the end, man, this guy talks about hooking up a lot, which is also a common theme in like all of Panic's music.
I mentioned the getting caught while you're having sex line earlier.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's probably part of my nostalgia talking. I don't think it's bad, but like, yeah, when like you're listening to it, when you're listening to it on its own, it's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. But when you're listening to the whole album, it's like, yeah, this definitely falls behind a little. I wouldn't say it's like my least favorite. That probably, funnily enough, goes to Hallelujah, but it's just.
I personally think it's like in the middle of the road. Like, I mean, not good, not bad though. I mean,
it's very middle.
I think Hallelujah, like what you said, like Hallelujah is slightly worse. But I mean, again, not bad. I think okay.
It could have been better because like just kind of the concept of like the good, the bad, and the dirty, I think could have been really good. It's just the instrumental kind of just lacks a little something.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. That's all. I'm sorry if I'm like sounding kind of dry, but like just I really have nothing.
That's literally what I wrote. I was like, it's good. I just don't have a lot to say about it.
House of Memories. You might want to sit down for this one. I say this as we're already sitting down.
As we're sitting down in the studio.
Yeah. It's House of Memories. I think it sounds pretty grand. So there's that. But yeah, for the most part, it's a solid track that feels like it would be in a Tumblr Girls AMV in 2015.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is the one that like, if I told someone that like, oh yeah, one of my favorite albums is Death of a Bachelor, they'd be like, oh, do I know any songs? I would probably say House of Memories would be the one that people would most likely know because I'm pretty sure it kind of made its rounds in like, I don't know, just like the edit community or like the animation kind of edit community.
It feels like that.
Yeah, the chorus definitely made its way through, especially with the like take a picture and shake it type thing.
That's exactly what I was like thinking about. Like I was imagining like AMVs for like random video games or something, just definitely. Like with that song. Like imagine like Five Nights at Freddy's characters just reenacting the lyrics for like those songs. It's so.
This
ridiculous.
Would definitely be like an Afton family edit.
Exactly. You see my vision.
Which is really funny because it's just like, I really like the commentary on this one because it actually wasn't as obvious and I kind of forgot what it was about. But it's basically just like your marriage. You know, you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get married. It's gonna be awesome. And then like you do get married, and then it's kind of like fails to meet your expectations, and so you're just like, oh.
There's definitely a falling in love theme with this song.
It's like, you know, House of Memories. You built the house on like all the memories. You built your marriage on like all the passionate moments that you shared, and then you're just like, oh.
Yeah, like I wrote. This is exactly what I wrote. By the way, I wrote, "Aw, he's falling in love." Heart emoji. Because I did not take it seriously.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good song though. You know, if I'm on a little road trip, you know.
One thing I'll mention is the bridge. I thought the bridge actually kind of kicked ass.
I wrote that down. I said that bridge was sick. I love the bridge in this song.
I honestly loved the bridge.
Because he kind of has the like suaveness of it. It makes you want to sway a little. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean I liked it. I mean it's the bridge that really made the song for me.
Yes, the bridge makes the song.
Yeah.
Which is sad because that's not even the part that's like in most of the animation meme things.
Oh man.
It's always the chorus.
Rats. I hate you, animation community. Sleep with your eyes
stop.
open.
Stop, they'll draw you pregnant. Please don't. No.
Do it.
Oh. All right. You go send it to him.
I'm not scared of you.
Y'all are talking about animation memes. Y'all are like unlocking thousands of memories for me right now.
I bet.
We've scarred our producer.
We have.
Never on Sleepy King, low key.
Yeah, but like
big fan of him when I was 11.
Yeah, like kind of. I think it was kind of during the height of like me taking a break from kind of Panic, and I saw that House of Memories was getting really popular again. I was like, what the hell?
They would constantly be on like my YouTube recommended page. And keep in
Yeah.
mind, this would be my father's account because like this was 2016. I was 8 years old. So yeah.
Yeah, I just keep getting them on like YouTube Shorts, and I'm just like, what the hell?
It's
What's
funny.
happening? Why is the Tumblr Renaissance coming back? Put
Oops.
it away.
I listened to like 10 seconds of Crazy Equals Genius. Oh my god, that song is so good.
I know. Just a look into my sick and twisted mind.
Thank you, Basement Dweller.
Yes, Basement Dweller. Yeah.
You'll be back soon. Anyway, final track. God, we're flying through this.
We are.
Can my phone unlock?
No.
Thank you. Impossible Year. I wrote, the piano sounds great, but then Brandon opens his mouth.
Really? I really love this song.
I didn't care for the vocal
Okay.
delivery for the beginning at least.
To be fair, you don't really like slower music,
I mean, you're not wrong.
so like, I'm a good appreciator
There are
of
some
slow
exceptions.
music. Obviously. Yeah, this is definitely a contender for my favorite song. Don't listen to the man over there, even though this is his podcast.
Yeah. Remember, I'm the Joe Rogan of music.
Yeah. I really like it because like I think Genius described it like that. It's basically like a eulogy.
That's what I wrote.
For the bachelor who died.
I am a new man.
Literally.
I am married. I am not drunk anymore. I'm not gonna go sniff some cocaine.
Yeah, I wrote it's sad and somber, but you leave the song with a maybe it will get better kind of in your head.
Yeah.
That's it's sad, but it's also like you finish it and you're like, oh, maybe there is hope in the
The
world.
jazz inspiration in the track is on like
Yes.
full force.
It's so good. I wish I had the lungs for him because like singing in the car, you get to the final really long note, which is kind of where you can see the pop, like him just showing off. But I think it fits in this one.
Yeah.
I think it's all right. It's not super out of place.
As a finale, it works, but I do wish it was just a teeny bit more grand compared to just a simple
Yeah.
jazz song.
Yeah.
That's just where I kind of took it as.
Yeah, I
Not
get that.
bad. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love jazz, but I don't know. I wish I kind of experimented a bit more. But I mean, it's a
Yeah.
good finale.
Yeah, Brendan kind of has that thing where he ends his albums with like the slower, sadder, I'll say, songs.
It's like we're saying goodbye.
Basically.
Yeah. One little joke I wrote was, I'd hear this song in a goddamn commercial about dog food. I just killed my guest.
Yeah. Bo's dead.
Yeah. Bridge also sounds nice.
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, but
I also blare this in my car, although it's a little harder to blare a soft piano melody.
yeah. Imagine like just like, you know how like how people like whenever they listen to music in the cars, like they try to like make as like much bass as possible
Yeah.
to where like everybody would hear it. Imagine you're doing that but with that song.
Yeah. There's no sunshine.
Yeah.
Funnily
But-
enough, I had to replace my speakers. Not yesterday, the day before.
Aw.
Because so I have like a 11-year-old car, and like one of the speakers started disintegrating, and so I started getting this like horrible like dun 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 if a song had a remote amount of bass, it would just get absolutely insane. But
Anyway.
so yeah, it was disintegrating and it would make a horrible noise. So like I don't know if you've heard of "Marry Me" by Train.
Maybe when I was younger, I forgot.
Yeah, but it's like a really slow song, just like marry me. But that song.
I
Yes,
remember now.
Yes. But that song it's the slowest song, but for some reason they put so much bass into it, and so anytime I'd listen to it, my car would just freak out, and I'm just like, please.
Imagine what it sounds like on your headphones. Your Sony ULTs, not sponsored. So, that wraps up Death of a Bachelor.
Yay.
Overall thoughts. I wrote a review on like my music review site. Follow me. It's aoty.com/blah blah blah. Actually
don't
not,
have
but
one.
good. I wrote. Okay, I'm not gonna read the review I wrote. I'm just gonna write what I had for like my little summary. But I said I liked it though. I wish it felt a bit more timeless, and I say that with heavy quotes.
Yeah.
Than it actually was, because this kind of reeks of like the mid 2010s with its like pop sound. The jazz influence is there.
Definitely.
The jazz influence is there, and I do appreciate Brandon for going a bit all out with it with the Frank Sinatra influence. But as a whole, like some of the like the production is just very mid 2010s with the pop sound.
I listen to this and all I think of is middle school, and I kind of wrote about that.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't know anything and I listened to this now, I would definitely be way less impressed. I'd probably have very similar views to you.
Yeah. with that being said, though, I did have a good time with this. In fact, I had a
Yes.
better time with this than their debut, which honestly might be controversial to some, but
Nah.
I don't know. The Panic at the Disco fans
Well,
are
if
kind of
you're
scary.
very Tumblr and like emo times and you were like there for like their beginning, you'd probably like. But yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I had a good time
for a
with it.
general audience, this is a pretty good album.
Yeah, I had more fun with this than I thought, and with that being said, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yes, banger.
What do you have to say?
Again, if I listened to it now, I'd probably be less impressed. But like again, for like middle school me, it's like, oh yeah, I'm listening to songs that I'm not supposed to listen to. This is sick, like, and a lot of my like love for these songs. That's why I was kind of like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, just a little basic. My love for it is mostly nostalgia based because I would bang to this in my basement. But I mean, some of them are just straight bangers. Like you can't even lie. And
Yeah.
you will not convince me otherwise.
And apparently, this was the last good Panic at the Disco album.
Might have to make a part 2, which is just me complaining about Pray for the Wicked.
You can put it on the show. I
Yeah.
don't care when the future comes. But
Yeah.
that's all I got. I would like to thank my special guest, Miss, I should say, Sam. Thank you.
I'm married now.
I guess so. Thank you for being on the
Yay.
show. If you go listen to the album if you want. That's all I really have. I've been Ethan Ahern, and thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Basement Dweller was about to have thoughts.
Oh.
Basement
Oh,
Dweller was
wait.
about to think.
Wait, hold on. Basement Dweller.
Basement Dwellers.
Basement
thinking.
Dweller.
They're
Dweller's thinking.
They're not real thoughts. Okay, here's the issue. Because I haven't heard the album in full ever. You guys advertised it to me, is what I came to say mostly. I'm going to listen to it when I get home. I also want the world to know that as I was producing this, big fat air quotes I've made, I've been reading AO3. it's
As you
important.
should.
As I should, of course.
I'm so glad to know that I've now advertised
I will be
emo
making
music.
AMVs to the songs on this album.
Perfect.
Good.
I'm so glad.
I'm so proud of you.
I will show you all the world.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that like basically his pop album with like the slightest bit of soul of his emo past has been advertised to the world.
Anyway, yeah, that's all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Your music has been manicked. Thank you for participating. Until next time.